pitch to get to the Oval Office, President Reagan called America the shining city on a hill.
Oh my God, Reagan!
Surprised.
So in your closing statement tonight, please tell American voters why you are the person who can inspire this nation to a better day. These are 45 seconds,
This is just,
and we begin with
vomitous.
I understand why America's hurting. Biden's inflation is choking us.
Who is this guy?
I grew up in a small town.
The dinosaur version of the tall man.
Freshman in high school.
Who man?
My mom, widow of 3, went back to work. Every job I had growing up was one where I took a shower at the end of the day, not at the beginning of the day.
So you don't got no calluses on your hands
because of the fentanyl pouring into this country. Our economy is being crushed by Biden's energy policies, which are raising the cost of every product you buy, not just the gasoline at the pump. One thing that I'll do as president,
3 hours in, I finally learned his name.
I'll get this economy sprinting, not crawling like it is right now. And I would say that other thing is for sure, when I'm on a horseback in the Badlands of North Dakota,
What did they be saying, man?
And
These
when you can
little
almost see beyond that
things they
horizon,
come up
you can
with
see
is
that
just-
this great country, our future is unlimited. But we've got to focus on innovation, not regulation. We've got to cut the red tape. We got to drive ourselves forward. The way we win the Cold War with China is by growing our economy and through innovation.
You're done.
And as
Wrap it up.
president, I will bring out the best of America. I will improve every American life.
Well, we hope you're back on your horse soon.
We still don't know who that guy is.
Yeah, get on your horse and mosey on off.
No one knows.
Our nation is in trouble, and it's in trouble because of failed leadership. And the solution is not 4 more years of Joseph Biden. The solution is not 4 more years of Donald Trump. The solution is new leadership that can bring bold ideas to America and to bring out the best of America. A president's number one responsibility is to bring out the best of our people. That's what Ronald Reagan did. And he did it with optimism and hope for our country, with consistent conservatism. That's exactly what I bring. As president, I'll bring out the best of America in terms of individual responsibility, building our economy, in terms of securing our border, enforcing the rule of law. I'll bring out the best of America in terms of our national character, our faith, and our hope for the future. Join in this
They want to
fight.
redirect red voters to focus on
2024.com.
this stupid bullshit.
Thank you, Senator Scott.
Absolutely great comment.
Thank you.
Sam.
I was a disillusioned young man growing up in a single-parent household, mired in poverty. I wonder if the American dream was real for a kid like me. I can stand before you today and say the dream is alive, it is well, and it is healthy. I had the good fortune of a mom who worked 16-hour days, making sure we have food on our tables.
You're exactly who
she taught me
WB
that if
Du
you're
Bois
able-bodied in
wanted.
America, you work. If you take out a loan, you pay it back. You commit a violent crime, you go to jail. And if God made you a man,
not if you're a war
criminal
criminal.
against men.
Not if you're a war
right
criminal.
here. This is none but a
I'm Tim Scott. I'm asking you for your vote. And if you're in Iowa, I'm asking you to caucus for me. You can go to votetimscott.com for more information or to make a contribution.
All right, whatever.
Governor Christie.
Thank you, Brett. Thank you, Martha. Look, everybody on this stage wants to be the next president of the United States.
You're not.
And the only way that's going to happen
You're
is
not
if we
one of
beat
them.
Joe Biden. I'm the only one on this stage who's ever beaten a Democratic incumbent in an election. I did it in a deep blue state, being outspent 3-1. Beating a Democratic incumbent is not easy. The last Democratic incumbent president who was defeated was Jimmy Carter. And he was defeated by a conservative governor from a blue state
Oh
who knew
my
how to get
God.
results,
They keep
who
bringing
stood for
up
the
this
truth,
fucking clown,
who
Ronald
cared
Reagan.
about accountability,
Yeah, they got to talk about
and
Ronnie
stood
Boy.
strong and hard against waste. Those are the very things that I did in my 8 years as governor of New Jersey, and it's exactly what I'll do as
Bridgegate,
president of
too.
the United States. Believe me, the Democrats want some other nominee who's never beaten the Democratic incumbent. I'm the one who can win this race, and if you give me the chance, I will restore our country by winning it.
Thank you, Governor
Bro,
Haley.
you're running to be on MSNBC, fam. You're not fooling anyone.
Several weeks ago, I dropped my husband, Michael, a combat veteran from Afghanistan,
Oh
off
my
at 4
God.
a.m. for another year-long deployment. I watched him and 230 soldiers pick up their 2 duffel bags of belongings to go to a country they had never been, all in the name of protecting America. If they are willing to
That's
protect
not
us
why they
from
went
there,
there.
We
went there
should
for
be
the
willing
oil.
to fight for America
Trump said they
here.
were there for the oil.
I will beat Joe
baby. That's
Biden,
why we're
and he
there.
knows that. I will strengthen our economy, and we'll bring this inflation down. We will put transparency in the classroom. We will secure our borders. We will have the backs of our law enforcement, and we will make sure we have a strong national security. And once again, we will make sure we have an America that is strong and proud. We have a country to save. Join us. Go to NikkiHaley.com, and let's get it done.
Vice President Pence.
We got a lot of plants in the crowd.
Thank you, Brad and Martha, for this evening. It's an honor to be here. Joe Biden has weakened America at home and abroad.
Man, he's terrible.
Disastrous withdrawal from
He
Afghanistan.
talks like Clint Eastwood. He
War on
talks like
energy.
he.
Don't
like,
compare
runaway
Clint Eastwood to
spending
that.
that launched
Clint
the
Eastwood had charisma.
crisis at our southern border.
Even talking to that
Assault on
empty
our
chair.
But
values
he's
and
just
liberties.
like so
American
like
people have had
Western,
enough.
like an old Western.
But I know we can bring
movie.
it back. But different times call for different leadership. The Republican Party owes the American people a choice. Proven leadership at the national level that knows how to move a conservative agenda forward. We proved in the Trump-Pence years you can turn this country around faster than you can imagine.
Who did this work
And I
on?
have faith we will again. Because I have faith in the American people. The good, decent, hardworking, faith-filled, idealistic people of this country. And I have faith
Wrap it
that
up.
God is not done with America yet.
Oh,
And if we
God.
will renew our faith in one
Man, this
another
is
and renew
quick.
our faith in him who has ever guided this nation since we arrived on these wilderness shores, I know the best days for the greatest nation on earth are yet to come.
Thank you. Mr.
How many people
Ramaswamy.
have followed the
Boom.
rules?
I was born in 1985, and I grew up into a generation where we were taught to celebrate our diversity and our differences so much that we forgot all of the ways we are really just the same as Americans, bound by a common set of ideals that set this nation into motion in
You don't
1776.
share my class
And
interest.
this is our moment to revive those common ideals.
Make no mistake,
is
this
real.
guy is a coon.
There are two
also,
genders.
I don't know what the
Fossil
word is
fuels
for
are
his
a
race. He
requirement
is
for human
absolutely a
prosperity.
coon. This guy right
Reverse
here.
racism is racism. An
He
open
is.
border is not a border.
See,
Parents
reverse
determine
racism is racism. You see that?
their
He's a
children.
coon.
The nuclear family is the greatest form of
That's what
governance
white people
known to
want to hear
man.
people of color
Capitalism
say, is
lifts
that.
us up from poverty. There are 3 branches of government, not 4. And the U.S. Constitution, it is the strongest guarantor of freedom in human history. That is what won us the American Revolution. That is what will win us the revolution of 2024. Thanks for letting me introduce myself tonight.
Revolution? How the fuck is he using that word?
Governor DeSantis.
DeSantis.
Governor?
Yeah.
This is our time for choosing. We will send Joe Biden back to his basement and we will reverse the decline of this country. I'm a blue collar kid. I work minimum wage jobs to be able to make ends meet. I understand the importance of the American dream, and I know how that's slipped away from so many millions of Americans. We'll restore it. I'm a veteran who served in Iraq. I know what it means to put service above self. I'm also a dad and a husband to 6'5" and 3-year-old. I understand the importance of protecting parents' rights and the well-being of our children. In Florida, we showed it could be done. I made promises and I delivered on all of those promises. 2024 is make or break. We're not getting a mulligan, no excuses. I will get the job done. And as your president, I will not let you down. God bless you all.
Well, he's the only one who finished at 30 seconds.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Get this shit on my screen. Get this shit off my screen. Get the fuck. I'm so fucking happy that's
Completely
over.
no substance at all. Didn't
Look,
talk
man,
about any
garbage
real
ass.
subject with any level of like depth or anything like that. Not even their own. Like they didn't even go into taxes and how to, they didn't even go into that. They didn't really even go into the border. They didn't really go into anything with any level of substance at all. Not even their own issues.
You had Larry Elder, who was complaining he wasn't part of this debate. A ton of people complaining not part of this debate. And like, what would have changed if
Nothing.
Larry any of it? They sounded exactly the fucking same.
We
The
needed
only-
Trump to entertain us and break all these people down and bully them. We needed that. That's what we needed. That's the only way this thing would have been more entertaining. I would have wanted to see that, but obviously,
Yeah, to your point,
he's choosing
kid.
not to do that.
To your point, kid. My guess would be, I can't. Who can predict the poll? My guess would be Trump definitely won this fucking debate.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Vivek is the second. Vivek was one among the people who attended, but that doesn't mean much. It doesn't say much.
That doesn't mean much at all.
It doesn't say much. He wasn't just among the crew.
I'd actually say
they all were fucking clowns, right?
But go ahead, kid. Who's better to you?
Well, okay. So obviously, number one, let's see where this Trump conversation was Tucker Carlson, because I gotta break that down for tomorrow morning's show. But obviously, Trump is probably the winner because they did talk about him. Vivek is number two. Everybody else was mediocre and uninspiring and brought nothing to the table. The biggest loser of them all were the Fox News moderators because they couldn't keep any of their candidates in line. No one followed the rules. No one followed the goddamn rules. They allowed the candidates to keep on yelling over each other. They were trying to tone police the audience. Fox News. Trump is right. You guys are weak.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Weak.
Yeah, Fox News definitely is a loser. Another loser is definitely Morning Joe. They're about to be an absolute fucking shambles.
Yeah.
The Morning Joe candidate, Chris Christie got rocked. He got fucking obliterated by the crowd. The moderator had to save him and bail him out. He was clearly shook. Like the narrative coming from Joe Scarborough and the liberal class that Chris Christie is this bulldozer. He this wrecking ball.
Yeah.
They're gonna destroy the Trump appeasers. Was completely proven false today. And remember, I predicted this the last few streams ago when I said these people keep pretending that Chris Christie is this great debater. As soon as someone say you're running to be MSNBC anchor, it's over, and he got a big applause. Vivek is trending number 2 as of like a few minutes ago. I gotta go soon, so we didn't do more post analysis.
Me
later.
too. Yeah, I was just about to say, I gotta get out of here.
Trending number 2, and I saw that clip among the Republican Twitter of him talking about Chris Christie, MSNBC. Chris Christie got fucking buried. Morning Joe's gonna be in fucking shambles. They're gonna try their best to spin this. And I'd be surprised if Post said the opposite. I'm willing to admit if I'm wrong. Like if Chris Christie go on the surge, I will be shocked, fam. I will be absolutely shocked.
Not at all. I think he's gonna go down.
Nah.
But go ahead, CJ. We can wrap up with CJ. You get CJ.
Yeah, because I gotta get out of here.
Yeah. CJ, final word.
So what I think is the same as you. Trump won because he wasn't there, and that's what made him win to me, because this was very subpar. Vivek is the one who has the most memorable one-liners, and that's the reason why I would say he won. Even and some of the points he made, I think were pretty good points. I think the loser of this is policy. The loser of this, if you thought you were watching this to figure out who you wanted to vote, you are the loser.